Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Patrick. I am a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a worship pastor at a church, and I own my own tech company. So I love to talk about gear, review gear, and share my life with you. There's a fly in here. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Today I want to talk to you about a piece of gear that you probably didn't even know you needed. There's cameras, right? You need a good camera to be able to shoot yourself. Or sometimes you're just even using your phone or an iPad. That's totally fine as well. We got these HD cameras right inside of our pockets. You might talk about, microphones for shooting videos and how audio is just as important, if not more important than video. But there's one thing, one accessory that I think you need that nobody is talking about, and that is this C-stand right here. Now, what on earth are C-stands? C-stands are these giant hunks of metal that have a big base that you can also attach wheels to that can move around with your gear attached to it. Now, sometimes you're using these C-stands for just one important piece of gear. For instance, you make this as short as possible, you put a light on the top of it, and as you're shooting, that light is pointed towards you and you're lit really, really well. Well, I use C-stands for even more than that. As a matter of fact, let me just show you what I'm working with right now. My C-stand has a few things attached to it. Number one, I've got a GoPro right up there giving me an overhead shot. I have a confidence monitor right there. Now, I don't need this confidence monitor, so it's not turned on, but it's attached to my stand as well. I also have my GH5 with a shotgun mic on it and a Zoom recorder recording a backup of the audio of this shoot. And the best thing about this whole setup is this. It literally goes anywhere I need. Are you guys not feeling this industrial vibe? Well, okay, let's switch it up. How's this? Is this better? Maybe this is the kind of shoot that you're looking for. And maybe you want an above camera, an overhead camera, so that you can see like a tool that I'm working with or something like that. Long story short, I've got a bunch of gear attached to one single stand that goes anywhere I need it to. And it's not that expensive and it's not that hard to set up. So real quick, let me just show you what I'm working with here, because a C-stand like this and a setup like this is not hard to set up. Number one, sometimes people go out and buy these really expensive clamps for lights and audio interfaces and things like this. I'm pretty sure this guy was 20 bucks on Amazon. Now, obviously, a Zoom recording device there is a fly in here that will not leave me alone. Obviously, a Zoom recording device is more expensive than 10 or 20 bucks, but I'm not talking about you getting this gear. I'm talking about the thing that your gear attaches to, okay? So you can get these little clamps for 20 bucks. Now, are more expensive clamps going to be better quality, have better customer service? Absolutely, but sometimes you don't need that. Go out and spend 15 to 20 bucks, link in the description. You have a really quick clamp here that you can attach your phone to. You can attach a recording device to. You can attach an extra light to. You can attach almost anything to. Link is in the description. Check it out. Now, next we have our camera, and our camera is mounted with a little bit more high quality. Out of here, fly. Now, let's move on to our camera. Our camera is attached to our C-stand a little bit differently. It has some higher quality gear. Not necessarily more expensive, but a little bit more high quality. And there's 4 or 5-ish different parts. I know it just looks like one little thing here, but it's more than that. Number one, we have a super clamp here. Now, a super clamp is a high quality, very industrial, very strong clamp that is made to attach to truss and C-stands and things like that. And there's this extension arm that you can buy to go along with it. Again, once again, in the description below. That extends it out of away from the C stand to get it a little bit closer to your face and easier to use the controls and things like that. Push this button, stick it back in, screw here, and it locks into place. So the next part of our gear here is this spigot. Now it's got 2 different screw sizes on it. It's gold, isn't that nice?
That's gold, Jerry, gold!
And it can screw into things like, actually just about anything, lights, cameras, action, whatever. And attached to that spigot is a ball head. Now I don't like this ball head. I'm going to link a different one in the description of this video because this one is not good. But the reason why you need the spigot not directly attached to the camera, but attached to a ball head, some of you already know this answer, but it's okay, I'm explaining this to everyone, right? Is because sometimes you need to actually tilt the camera while it's still attached to that spigot. And if you just screw the spigot right into the bottom of the camera, it will be so solid and it won't move at all. And that's not what you want. You want to be able to move. Now, this is something that's a little bit extra. It's this tiny little Ulanzi clamp that I'm going to put in the description as well. Now, the reason why I like this little clamp here is instead of screwing these ball heads into the bottom of our cameras, I screw this little Ulanzi plate, right, into the bottom of all of my cameras. And then I put the other side of that little Ulanzi plate, let me show it to you here. I put this on all of my ball heads and my spigots. And the way this works is I just simply take the camera and I can push in these 2 little buttons and it attaches to the camera like that. I can also flick this little switch so that even if I push the buttons, it cannot be undone, which locks it down, right? But since this is right here on my spigot, on my stand, let me just tighten that up. At any given time, I'm able to walk up to any of my C-stands that have this extension arm on it, push the button, remove the camera, and take it anywhere I want to go. Now that's about a $25 little clamp there, a little quick release system, but to be honest with you, it has been so worth it. Time is relative. No, time is money, right? So let me just put that right back on here. So we've gone through our zoom recorder, actually any accessory, onto this tiny little articulating arm. We've gone through our super clamp, our 6-inch extension arm, our spigot, our ball head, and our Ulanzi quick release system. Let's talk about this guy down here. Now, I'm gonna show you actually this C-stand. Yes, I have multiple C-stands. So here I have another C-stand. So yes, you are counting 1, 2, 3 C-stands. But they're worth it, I love them, right? So this little attachment here clamps down onto any part of your C-stand, or anything for that matter, that's a pole. And on the other side of it, you take the other section of this and put it on a large screen or small screen, flat screen, whatever the case, and this C-stand will hold it up because these guys are very, very strong, and that way you have a confidence monitor facing you. I found a better solution. So this is a little flat screen, which will be linked in the description, and I'm gonna basically do a whole video on these because I never knew that having an external monitor would be so helpful to me, but it has been for quite some time. And it just pops off right here. You'll see that it is powered via USB-C. It takes mini HDMI or USB-C for display connection. So a lot of times, and I don't need it now because I'm just showing this to you, a lot of times I will go straight out of this, this GH5 or my Canon XA15 HDMI right into this, so that if I'm filming someone else, doing an interview, or even myself, I have a large view of what I look like for confidence sake, or to, you know, fix a shirt issue or whatever the case. And the way I'm attaching this to my C-stand is by using what's actually an iPod, what am I saying? iPad. This iPad holder here. It's very, very tough. It's all metal, a little bit of plastic on the end here, but all the connections are metal. And this just has spring-loaded teeth here. And these teeth, when you buy one of these, it comes with a different length so that you can fit a small screen, an iPad, all the way down to an iPhone if you'd really want to. But this is pretty high-tech to just have to just have an iPhone attached to your C-stand. So this is how I'm adding displays or confidence monitors to my setup. So as you can see, the possibilities here are endless. And I like to look at C-stands as the one product that very few people have, but a lot of people need, because it's going to give you the ability to change your scene at a moment's notice. Changing your scene has never been easier, because I can simply put these C-stands on wheels, send them wherever I want, in my home, in my apartment, in my office, in wherever. So if you are someone that has a large working space where you can set up a view over there and a different set over here and a different lighting over here and a different lighting, maybe your home has a finished basement. And in one area you want to have like plants and dim lights and make it feel really cool and like a nice love seat. And then in the other corner you want to have like Edison bulbs and a little bit more of an industrial look. All you have to do is take your C-stand, flip it around, or roll it to that corner of your finished basement, your office, whatever. Even in a small room, it allows you to switch up what the viewer sees, thus keeping them engaged. So if you are looking for an easy way to organize your gear and have a system that is self-contained, where you can just move your entire rig anywhere you want, wherever you're shooting, a C-stand is for you. Click the links in the description. Maybe you want to go all out and use the setup I just showed you. Maybe you're already using all of these products, and setting them up on your desk and taking them down off your desk has become a chore. Well, this is your solution. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments section, and share it. Sharing is caring. There is someone in your life, a YouTuber you know, that's very disorganized, that doesn't know how to move their gear around. This is the solution for them. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next video.